Shop Thursday night football, same game parlay. That's right, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you rolling with us here on the Odd Shopper channel. You want to be part of this strong community? Great. We would love you to be a part of this. Let's look at what we have tonight. The Jets and the Texans. Texans down a couple of key guys. Jets season is all but lost. So we need to find some value here. And I think we have done that. It's going to be a 4-leg 5-1 same game parlay. Let us begin, surprise, with the total. That's right. We go right back to this short week, Thursday night football. We're interested in the total, especially around anything key. And you'll notice here, only a couple of books are offering this price at 42.5. It's starting to dip, probably around 41.5, maybe by kick. We'll see. The reality for us is, and this is hard to ignore, you've got a Texans team down two main guys, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs. We know that. Jets still trying to figure this thing out. And clearly the arrival of Davante Adams has not turned into anything exceptional yet. Maybe. Short week. Texans short, just trying to get out of this game and handing the ball over to Joe Mixon. Same thing with the Jets, mind you. Allen Lazard's banged up. Mike Williams is a ghost. Halloween. And I don't know if you could just rely on Davante Adams to all of a sudden catch 10 footballs for what have you. Maybe Garrett Wilson steps up, but I don't think you're going to see a lot of points so far within this thing. So first play for us is going to be under the 42.5. Now, you start to look at a little bit of where we can get some player props and where we can kind of take advantage of, let's say, Aaron Rodgers, for example. He's sitting at 224.5 right now. Looking at this game, this is another one. We're going to go 225 plus. Okay, we've added this as our second leg. We understand, at least I do, hopefully you and collectively we, at least me and anybody else over here at Odd Shopper gets, that just because you're looking at a scenario here where you've got Allen Lazard most likely out, Mike Williams, not two guys that you can throw to consistently. And we'll see what happens, like a Ty Conklin or something. But just with Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson doesn't mean that the Texans are going to be able to shut that down. In fact, this is another scenario, and this is why I love how it correlates together, where you're going to see a lot of movement between the 20s. And the Jets are going to take some shots, but it's going to be coming from their end. And look, as crazy and as wacky as Aaron Rodgers may be, who knows? I don't care about any of that shit. The reality for us in Aaron Rodgers, just breaking this down for Rodgers, is we can get to about 230, probably closer to about 235 tonight. We're just running this alt at over 225. That's it, or 225 plus. And I think a lot of that is correlated to our next play, which is Davante Adams 4+ grabs. So we've got under 42.5. We've got Aaron Rodgers, 225 plus passing yards, and we have Adams, 4+ receptions. I'll give you the last one coming up in a sec, but here's the thing for Aaron Rodgers, too. Without Lazard, there's no automatic go-to to Mike Williams. They haven't had a connection at all. The guy didn't even targeted last week. So where is this void? And I think that void that gets filled is simply a matter of Adams. And it doesn't necessarily need to be productivity so much as it is a matter of Aaron Rodgers finding the guy that he has the best connection with on this team right now. Maybe you could argue it was Allen Lazard beforehand, but with Lazard banged up, it's Davante Adams. This is not a force feed Garrett Wilson just to see what happens or rekindle some relationship or build some sort of bond moment with Ty Conklin. This is get Davante Adams the freaking football as fast and as much as you possibly can. That's what it comes down to, at least for me. And that's why I want to add him in there. So we'll give you the last play coming up. Reminder, $9.95 a month for me. You can take half off with code HOOP. That's great. You can come in and hang on my tails package in the Discord, what have you. We had a nice one last night. Hit Jacksonville State outright. Hit a Juan Soto plate appearance outright. So you know that we're having fun if we're doing crazy shit like that. But that's just me. So I've given you a link to sign up and do all that with me. Here's what you can do as well. Let's say you want Lindy or Raza or Lofty or Nathan. You can sign up at any sport of our sportsbook partners from BetMGM, Bet365, 21 or older gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, or Rebet, anything like that. And you'll get a month free of your favorite capper. Not bad. Here it is. This is on the way out. Joe Mixon, 80+ alt rushing, receiving. Let's be fair here. This is a Joe Mixon football game. He's been brought in here to take on a load on the ground, but with the absence of two guys, it's not just going to be the Tank Dell show tonight. You better anticipate the ball moving to Joe Mixon and at least finding Joe Mixon against this Jets defense. If it's to soften up that strong secondary on New York, or if it's simply just taking advantage of what is mostly a porous Jets run D, we want this. Joe Mixon, 5-1. Use the no sweat, and I'll see you in the Discord. Subscribe if you can on the way out.